Hello, grasshoppers. Today we're going to talk about types of rocks. The last time we met, you were left with the challenge of going into nature and finding 5 very different types of rocks. And now we're going to talk about the different types of rocks that there are. Remember, in taxonomy that we talked about a couple weeks ago, in taxonomy, there's a way to sort everything in the world, and that includes sorting rocks. So let's talk about the 3 different types of rocks. First, let's talk about the difference between a rock and a mineral. So if you found a crystal, you probably found a mineral. Minerals are inorganic compounds. That means they didn't come from a plant and they didn't come from an animal. Yet plants and animals must have minerals in order to exist. Plants need them to grow and feed us, and we need them for all of our bodily functions. They're very important. And almost all rocks are made up of minerals. So there's an igneous rock. Can you say igneous? Igneous rock. This type of rock is made from lava in a volcano. So rocks are deep inside the earth, they melt. This is called magma. When the volcano erupts, it's called lava. And lava can cool in a couple different ways. It can cool very slowly and leave tiny holes in the rock. Looks like Swiss cheese. So if you find a rock with a bunch of tiny holes in it, it's probably a basalt. If the lava cools really quickly, it's a glass, and it's called obsidian. So here's a picture of my obsidian arrowhead. See, it's glassy and shiny. Now the next type of rock is sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock. This type of rock is formed by the pieces of many other types of rocks, sand shells, pebbles, and even fossils. So slowly, sediment, let's say at the bottom of a lake, slowly sediment builds up. There's rocks, there's pebbles, something dies, that's going to be your fossil. And they all build up. The weight of all the water and time, lots of time, can cause all of that sediment to adhere together and become a rock. So you can see all sorts of like little inclusions, different things inside of this rock sample. And I think that's a pretty good picture of a sedimentary rock. And then finally, there's metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock is made beneath the surface of the earth. They have ribbon-like layers. They could be straight or wavy and different colors, and sometimes they have shiny crystals in them. The process of metamorphic rock forming is like baking bread. So you throw in your flour, your salt, your water, you mix it all up, you knead it, right? And then you add heat. And all of those different ingredients come together to form bread. And that's kind of how metamorphic rock is formed. So when you're going to look at your rock samples and you're going to try to figure out which of the 3 rock types they are, you're going to look for crystals, fossils, gas bubbles, glassy surface, ribbon-like layers, or sand, or pebbles. Here, I did something to help you a little bit more. Beneath each of those, if you find crystals, you're probably looking at a metamorphic rock. If you find fossils, you're looking at a sedimentary rock. If you find gas bubbles, it's igneous, and if it's a glassy surface, it's igneous. If you have ribbon-like layers, straight, wavy, different colors, you have a metamorphic rock. If you have a rock form that has a bunch of different like little pieces of sand and pebbles, it's sedimentary. And you're going to use this to help you apply your new knowledge to identifying your 5 rocks in your rock sample. So you want to choose a rock. You want to number your rock. You can use it with a Post-it note. If it's your rock, you can write on the rock. If it's somebody else's rock, ask before you write on it. You could use a pencil for some rocks. So number your rock sample. Now with each rock, you want to look very carefully, first with your eyes, and then after you look at it with your eyes, hopefully everybody has a magnifying glass, because this magnifying glass is a great tool to seeing things a little bit closer. So you're going to examine it with the hand lens, and then you'll start keeping notes on your data table. I'm providing that next, so you'll have a copy of that. So remember to look for crystals, fossils, gas bubbles, glassy surface, ribbon-like layers, sand or pebbles. And you'll be filling in the information on your data table. So here it is. So you have sample number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could do 7 on this sheet. And then the next section is description of visible properties. Color, weight, minerals, layers, shiny, crystals, whatever you want to put down as the description of your rock. And then thinking about that and all the information that you were just given, try and figure out which rock type it is: igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic. And you will bring your results to our next Zoom meeting on Thursday, and we will have a show and tell, and everybody can show their rocks and tell us what type of rock they think it is. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Have fun.